WWE announces the return of CM Punk to Monday Night Raw for the penultimate episode of Raw prior to WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. This Raw is going to be in Chicago. Could it mean that Punk has plans for WrestleMania 40? Plenty of details on that, plus an update on the internal reaction backstage and at the executive level in AEW to the re-debut of Kazuchika Okada in All Elite Wrestling last week at Dynamite, as well as future plans for the Rainmaker in AEW. Muhammad Ali is the latest member of the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2024, and an update on Dallas Status with WWE. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's start off talking about CM Punk. He's going to be back on WWE television as the road to WrestleMania continues, despite the fact that he's recently had tricep surgery, ruling him out of competing inside the squared circle on the grandest stage of them all this year. CM Punk will return to Monday Night Raw in his hometown of Chicago, Illinois on March 25th, the show's penultimate episode before WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. WWE announced the news today, with Punk returning to the Allstate Arena for the first time since he made his jaw-dropping comeback to WWE at Survivor Series War Games in 2023. Meanwhile, additional seating has been opened for the show to meet the anticipated demand for extra tickets. A recent update from WrestleTix noted that the event had sold out, with 11,859 tickets being shifted for the show. Now, Punk's most recent appearance on Raw occurred on February 5th, when he confirmed his dream of main eventing this year's WrestleMania was over after sustaining an injury in the men's 2024 Royal Rumble match. The Best in the World revealed he had suffered a torn triceps injury. After announcing the news, Punk was interrupted by Drew McIntyre, who said he would take his place and live his WrestleMania dream again before attacking the Second City Saint. McIntyre, of course, is set to challenge Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania after winning the 2024 Men's Elimination Chamber match at the namesake event in Perth, Australia last month. Now, despite his injury, CM Punk did appear at the WrestleMania 40 kickoff press conference event in Las Vegas, Nevada, a few days after he announced his setback. He sat on the panel alongside Michael Cole, Big E, and Pat McAfee. Regarding a timeline for his comeback to the ring, Punk said he won't be cleared to wrestle until most likely the second half of 2024. But we mentioned Drew McIntyre, who of course has been really reveling in CM Punk's absence ever since Punk got injured at the Royal Rumble at the hands of Drew McIntyre. A Future Shock DDT led to this torn tricep, and of course, as I mentioned, he attacked him when Punk announced that he was going to be missing WrestleMania this year. Well, Drew McIntyre, becoming the ultimate troll that he has on social media, has responded on X. Now, Drew McIntyre, being the ultimate troll that he is, has posted the following image on social media. He posted this GIF of a crying fan, of course, infamously when CM Punk made his debut of All Elite Wrestling back on Rampage The First Stance in 2021. He also posted the following by saying, quote, "Yay! CM Punk is back. Yippee!" Possibly, could we see an interaction between McIntyre and CM Punk right before WrestleMania? Do you expect somehow, some way for CM Punk to be involved at WrestleMania despite his injury? Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. Now, the Rainmaker is All Elite. Kazuchika Okada has officially signed with All Elite Wrestling. But what was the internal reaction to his re-debut with the company last week on AEW Dynamite? Well, Okada is in AEW and as a heel. The perennial Wrestle Kingdom main eventer and legendary Japanese star has already created a legacy that leaves him as one of the most highly regarded wrestlers of all time, but his debut as a heel surprised many wrestling fans. So far, internally, according to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, AEW is very happy with the move. Fightful Select reported recently that the decision was made well ahead of even Okada signing with AEW, that the company wanted to bring him in as a heel with the Young Bucks. Sources that Fightful have spoken to say that Tony Khan had the idea as far back as around the holidays. Once Kenny Omega was sidelined, they'd effectively fire him from the Elite. Specifically, Fightful say they've heard Tony Khan had long been of the belief, even before AEW, that Okada can be a major heel star on American wrestling television. Sources in AEW claim that this past week's performances only solidified that, and that the company considered it a home run. Particularly, Okada's facial expressions in the spot were well received too. The hope is that in AEW he can do things differently than he's ever done in wrestling in the past, with an already decade-long track record at the top in New Japan Pro Wrestling. AEW and Tony Khan were also very confident in the chemistry that the Young Bucks had, something they'd anticipated based on their previous work together with Okada. Fightful have also been told that AEW officials were also very happy with the response to AEW Collision segments that Okada was in, as well as the backstage interview and segments. AEW felt it was important to time his debut for immediately after Sting retired to give them another big star in a big spot. Do you agree with what AEW's feelings were regarding the Rainmaker in AEW? What are your thoughts on Okada coming in as a heel? Would you have had him come in as a babyface? What do you think also of the partnership with Okada and the Young Bucks and the New Elite? Are we setting ourselves up for Okada versus Omega once again, but this time in an AEW ring in the future? Let me know your thoughts and reaction to that in the comment section below. Now, we've been slowly getting more names being announced for the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2024, and today we found out yet another name to be inducted in this year's class. Now, with only a few weeks remaining before WrestleMania 40 weekend in Philadelphia, the 2024 WWE Hall of Fame class is beginning to take shape, with Paul Heyman, Paul Nakano, and the US Express being announced last week. Now, the trio will be joined by one of the biggest sports icons in history and a man who was involved in the very first WrestleMania back in 1985. Variety was the first to break the story today that the fourth member of the 2024 WWE Hall of Fame class is none other than Muhammad Ali. WWE themselves confirmed the news on social media and their official website. A pioneer in both boxing and the civil rights movement, Ali was inspired by wrestling from an early age, modeling his trash-talking persona after early wrestling legend Gorgeous George. He would later get involved in the business several times, including facing Japanese wrestling legend Antonio Inoki in an exhibition fight in June 1976. The fight was preceded by Ali attending a WWE show earlier that month, where he took part in an angle with Gorilla Monsoon. 9 years later, Ali would return to the wrestling world at the inaugural WrestleMania, where he served as one of the two special guest referees for the main event tag team match between Hulk Hogan and Mr. T and Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Ali would later become involved in the infamous Collision in Korea wrestling events held in North Korea in 1995, attending the events as its guest of honor. So what are your thoughts on the greatest boxer that ever lived, Muhammad Ali, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year? Now, Bo Dallas, what's the latest when it comes to Bo Dallas and his WWE status? Mike Rotunda, of course, we just mentioned, is heading into the Hall of Fame and has reflected on the careers of his children, that being the late Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. Rotunda, also known as IRS to WWE fans, or Michael Wall Street to WCW fans, was announced as part of the class of 2024 alongside his US Express tag team partner Barry Windham. Speaking to Peter Rosenberg on Cheap Heat, Rotunda looked back on the impact of Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt, saying, quote, "Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family is one of my favorite gimmicks of all time. Both boys, I think they could have gotten a lot more mileage out of Bray Wyatt and the Wyatts, and also with Bo. Bo was the youngest NXT champion they ever had. He was probably 18 or 19 years old. He caught the business quickly." Speaking about the future WWE plans for Dallas during the interview, Rotunda went on to say, quote, "Hopefully it'll get written shortly. They're both so talented. Now Bo is going to get a chance and we'll see what he can do." As of the latest updates, Dallas was still under contract with WWE. He recently attended Sonya Deville's wedding with his real-life partner, fellow WWE superstar Liv Morgan. Bo Dallas signed with WWE back in 2008 and would be released on April 15, 2021, making his return to the company in October 2022 as Uncle Howdy alongside his brother Bray Wyatt. Despite being with the company for almost 18 months in his current WWE run, Dallas hasn't been seen on WWE screens since March 2023 when Bray Wyatt was taken off of television due to an illness. PW Insider recently reported that Dallas was interviewed for a project by WWE on Bray Wyatt. Of course, sadly, Bray Wyatt's real name Wyndham Rotunda passed away at the age of 36 on August 24, 2023. So, of course, we're getting more updates on Bo Dallas and his future in WWE. We'll, of course, let you know. But there you go, guys. Latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.